Just a few weeks ago, we reviewed the 2019 BMW 330 xDrive, and immediately you all said, all right, that's great, but where's the M340? Well, here it is. Once again, let's recap. This is the 7th generation chassis code G20 BMW 3 Series. More specifically, the first ever M Performance 3 Series, the M340i. And of course, because this is Canada, this car is xDrive. Now, the first thing you need to know about this 7th generation 3 Series is that none of the gas-powered versions are available in the manual. They're all automatic, including this M Performance version. If you want manual, you have to get a diesel. In the USA, prices start at $54,000 for this M340i, and for that you get the rear-wheel drive model. The xDrive model will cost you an additional $2,000, while in Canada, prices start at 63,950 Canadian dollars, but you get xDrive as standard. Our test vehicle is very well optioned and costs 72,000 Canadian dollars, but it literally has all the bells and whistles on it, as it has the Premium Excellence package and the standalone option, the adaptive M suspension, that you should get because it's only $600 and it's really worth it. The new 3 Series is a very good looking car. Inside, the design is functional and nice. There are very minor complaints and nothing seems really out of place. The steering wheel is perfect and it's the exact same as in the 8 Series we tested recently, and so is the digital instrument cluster right behind it, which is called Live Cockpit. You also get a very nice bright heads-up display, and the infotainment system is the current benchmark in the segment, as we've mentioned before. Only this time you get gesture control to do some very basic operations like volume, next track, previous track, and mute. Really cool. Technology is impressive. You also get wireless charging, active driving assistance, the BMW Connected app, the BMW Assistant, and really high definition 360 cameras, and the front and rear turn as you steer the wheel. The seats are not exactly perfectly comfortable. I don't know, I have an issue with the lumbar support. In this car, it feels a little bit better than the 330, but I'm still not happy with it. I've pushed the lumbar all the way back and I still feel that it's like too much for me. These seats also have adjustable bolstering, the side bolsters. Try them out. If you go for a test drive, make sure to pay attention. Visibility and roominess, though, are class leading. Passengers in the rear get very good footroom, legroom, and headroom. They also get a nice armrest. The trunk is also one of, if not the largest in the class. It has a power tailgate, so hands-free control with the kick, which is really cool. The last thing to mention about the interior is that it's very well insulated. I mean, it's a very quiet environment in here. Unfortunately, the exhaust in this car does a lot of pops and burbles. So to actually be able to hear that monster roar, you need to crack the windows a little bit open. Then you go into Sport Plus, where it makes nice noises, and away you go. It is a BMW once again, and when I say that, I mean a BMW, not bullshit. This is really good. The steering is quick, thick, and it feels good too. The brake pedal also feels really good. The car came to a complete stop from 100 kilometers an hour in 39 meters. The front brakes have 4-pot calipers. The rear are single, but these M Sport brakes are standard on this car. The chassis itself has front and rear double wishbone suspension, and it does respond to your inputs really quickly. Under the hood, you get the closed deck design 3.0-liter straight-six B58 engine that makes some impressive numbers. 382 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque are enough to make it hit 100 kilometers an hour in a claimed 4.4 seconds, although we did 4.2. And with the help of launch control and the really good 8-speed automatic transmission, we did a quarter mile in 12.2 seconds. That's pretty quick. At the same time, the B58 is pretty good on gas. I mean, I've been hooning around all week long, doing mostly city driving, and I'm still just at 13 liters per 100 kilometers. The chassis is really rigid and it really doesn't seem to flinch with all that power. It's like super precise. This car feels very technical. Back to BMW roots. It never ever gets scary, even when you overdo it in the corners. It inspires confidence and helps the driver retain control at all times. The xDrive is rear biased and sends power to the correct wheel very quickly and works really well with the M Sport differential in the back. In contrast to the 330 that had those rock-hard, run-flat Bridgestone tires, this one is on Michelin P4S tires and the ride comfort is exceptional. So if you did watch the 330 review and remember me complaining about those Bridgestone tires, well, I was right. Comfort mode is really relaxing. It doesn't exactly ride like a Lincoln, but it's very comfortable. It will deal with most potholes gracefully. And if you flip it to sport mode, it firms up just enough to make the drive exciting. Hey BMW, I'm feeling bored.
I can't imagine that. Maybe you didn't get a chance to try out sport mode?
When you push hard in the corners, you can feel how well balanced this car is, how natural its behavior is. It gradually understeers, but you can very easily correct it by easing off and transferring some weight to the front. At that point, the rear can be placed where you want it, or if you really want to, with a good M Sport differential, you can just hammer the power and do a little power slide escape a corner. There's absolutely nothing holding you back in this car, as you can completely disable the traction and stability control. So overall, how does it stack up against its competition? Well, we have the Mercedes C43 AMG, we have the Audi S4, we have the Genesis G70 3.3 Turbo GT, and we have the Jaguar XE, the P380, and we have the Volvo S60 T8. Well, I'll cut to the chase and I'll tell you that this car is overall the best car you can buy. However, if you want a more screamer of a car, like something that's like full out sport, the C43 might make you a bit more happier because it makes even more noises than this thing does. If value for money is your thing, the G70 is your best bet. Now, till next time, remember to subscribe, look at our vinyl mod, links in the bottom, shop with us on Amazon, and make sure you catch our next video. Be well, see you next time. Perfect. At the same time, this B58 engine manages some pretty good fuel economy numbers. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Good fuel economy. Good.